traveling in India as an Indian woman. How is it different from traveling as an Indian man, for example?
Oh, it's very different.
Mm.
So India is it's a developing economy. So, you know, in a lot of places, attitudes towards women are very patriarchal. So it could be difficult to be a solo traveler if you have to be prepared for the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Safety is an issue. I would be, sort of lying if I said that I wasn't always careful. You have to be very, very careful with your safety. But
Mm-hmm.
once you sort of look beyond that, of course, experiencing diverse cultures is overrides that the fear of traveling alone, I guess.
Right.
Also, it's very affordable, and then you can choose your options as to what kind of travel you want to do, across in terms of, you could pay a little extra, stay in a slightly safer place, right? Maybe the
Mm-hmm.
most affordable options might not be the safest, depending on where you want to stay. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
hostels nowadays that have come up. I mean, until 10 years or 12 years ago, hostels weren't that common in India. So you would either stay in a
Mm-hmm.
guest house or a homestay as an affordable option compared to, say, a hotel. And for women, I'd say that is one thing that one has to be careful about. That is safety. So compared to
Mm-hmm.
an Indian man, a man can obviously be far less careful about, sexual harassment or a physical threat in that way. Of course, it
Right.
also exists for them, but I think for women, it's more of a concern. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd say
So
that
during your traveling, were you sexually harassed?
I wasn't particularly physically harassed, but there's a lot of staring and there's a lot of
Yeah.
interest. And because of the way I look, a lot of people sometimes assume that I am not Indian myself. And
Oh, for me, like you
so
look really Indian, but like,
yeah,
do you
okay.
look like different from Indians? Or is it
uh,
because you have a lighter skin?
yeah, primarily because I'm fair-skinned and I have light eyes. I don't know if one can see that. I'm also taller
Oh.
than, say, average Indian women. So a lot of
Yeah.
times,
What's your
yeah,
height?
I'm about 5'11".
Oh, wow, wow, you're tall, yeah. Okay.
Uh, so yeah, so that would kind of, somehow make them assume that I'm not. And I mean, I'm sure in a lot of these places that I've been to, say Rishikesh or Goa or Kerala, they get a lot of foreign tourists, right?
Mm,
And a lot of them could actually be looking like me. Of course, a lot of Indians also look like me, but there's a very fine line. So
mm-hmm,
many times they would assume that I don't understand Hindi. But yeah, those have led to some really funny incidents,
mm-hmm.
not really unpleasant. But yeah, there's a lot of staring, and when you're traveling completely alone, you have to be sure that you're not out until, say, late in the night, and uh, you have a sort of schedule. You know what time you're getting back to some place if you're outside a city, and how you're going to get back. Those are things that one sort of has to do.
For full episodes, go to solopacker.com.